Good morning. It is Ann with the Graceful Yogi. We are going to get started with a 50-50 Pilates and yoga class today. And I'm streaming right now on my Zoom. I can't get my Instagram going, but we're going to be on Zoom. So you will be able to also find these recordings on my YouTube channel. So just go to my website and you can find all that information at www.thegracefulyogi.com. All right, let's get started. We're going to sit first in a nice little lotus position. Your legs are crossed in front of you. If that's available to you, you can have left, right, right, left, whatever feels good. Sometimes at the end of my class, we'll switch the legs. So my hands are just right in front. I'm going to close my eyes a moment, and I'm just going to set my intention for class today, doing some nice, beautiful breathing. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Third set. Inhale. And exhale. Letting everything go. Being strong in the spine. My knees eventually start to drop down. When you inhale, you open up the rib cage. And exhale. Shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Gently open up your eyes. Very nice. Place your hands in prayer right in front. And let's just stretch our wrists down. Prayer, elbows in, and then open the elbows and just draw the wrists down to the center. And then reach them up a little bit and then draw them down. I'm going to reach up again and really reach up my arms tall, really lengthen. And now I'm just going to slowly bring them down right in front of me and find that wrist stretch. Reach again up and draw them down nice and smooth. Same amount of energy as you inhale and reach those arms up, up, up. And you exhale and bring them down. We're going to do two more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. And now just clasp the fingertips together. Push those palms away from you, straight out in front. And then draw them back together. And let's do a second set. Reach those palms away from you. And back. I'm going to take my hands down alongside. And I'm going to actually put the palms facing, fingertips facing away. And I'm going to kind of reach up into the ceiling, to the sky, reaching my chest up, rolling my shoulders back, almost lifting my pelvis off the mat, and then gently come forward. Hands right in front. Walk the fingertips away from you. Drop the head, chin to chest. Push into your mat, push into your floor. Push that lower back towards the back wall. Drop the head, chin to chest. And then slowly walk those fingertips back towards your knees and then draw those hands back behind you. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, come forward again. Walk those fingertips forward, chin to chest. Really press the palms into the mat, pushing that lower back away from you, finding that beautiful stretch in your upper back. And then slowly walk the hands in front. Today in the yoga portion, I want to do a lot of hip opener stretches. And I'm also going to show you it's March Madness. All of March, we do one exercise of Pilates, and today's March 5th, so it's the roll-up. So let's do that right now, because that's kind of a nice little opener massage for the lower back. So you want to start with chin to chest, and your toes are off the mat, and you find yourself in a nice little ball. Make sure you have enough room on your mat, and you're just going to roll back and roll on up. Find your balance. And roll back. We'll do 6. And come on back up. And 3. Using the abdominals. 4. 5. And 6. Beautiful. Stretch the legs out in front of you. I'm going to start with the hip exercise, or stretches, I should say, not hip exercise, stretches. So the left knee is bent in and the right leg is extended out. The toes face up to the ceiling. You're going to clasp your fingertips together and you're going to stretch forward and then come on back. Inch forward 2 and come on back. We'll do 6 of these. 3 and come on back. You got to use that back to pull yourself. And here's 4, 5, and 6. And now let's switch the legs. And put the right leg in and the left leg out. I'm sitting up nice and tall. My palms are clasped together in front of me, and I'm just going to reach forward and come on back. And 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. Really nice. All right. I can already feel that in my hips opening up nice and gentle and easy. And then the next exercise is, I love this, where you have your feet touching each other in butterfly, and you kind of grab those feet and you're going to pulse it like a couple times and then come up and straighten your legs. Okay. So we're going to come down, 2, 3, 4, extend the legs out and sit up tall. Draw them in again, butterfly, and pulse down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and extend out. We'll do 6 of these. Draw the legs in and just a nice little stretch, folding forward a little bit. 3 and 4, and then extend the legs out. Sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Draw the knees in. 2, 3, 4. Finding if you can fold a little bit more into that butterfly. And here we go. This is our 5th one. So we're just going to stretch a little bit forward. And then lengthen the legs nice and long. Last one, here's 6. And draw the legs in. You've got this nice little butterfly. Find yourself folding forward a little bit. Maybe you pulse, maybe not. And then release, legs out in front. Very nice. All right. Next exercise we're going to do is this reverse tabletop butterfly, And so you're going to, tabletop is fingertips away from you. We'll start with the feet together, knees out to the side. You're going to press up, squeeze the knees together, open them, and bring it down. Reach up, squeeze, open, and come on down. Here's 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Beautiful. And then release those legs out in front of you. Next, little hip openers. We're going to come to our nice little tabletop on hands and knees. We'll start with the left leg first. And you're just going to open it to the side and drop back. Open up 2, 3, 4, and then lengthen long, long, long. All right, other side, right side, open, 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 and then extend long. Make sure the back isn't curled at all. I just straightened myself out because I was leaning a little bit. I want to have that pelvis the same, and then I draw it back. Let's do a second set of that. So open up left side, left side, left side, and 4, and then straighten the leg back. Nice and long. And then draw the knee down. Open up right, 2, 3, 4, and then lengthen that leg nice and long. Ooh, and bring it back. Slide into a nice little child's pose. Reach those arms nice and long. Put those forehead onto your mat. Breathing into it. Rolling the shoulders out. And now slowly draw yourself up. I want to do a nice little thoracic stretch. So we're going to come down to the mat and we're going to lay on our right side of our body. And the shoulders, the knees, the hips are all stacking. Knees are bent. Shoulders are stacked. Palms are stacked. And I want you to reach that left arm nice and long away from the right. And then draw, bending the left and open up to the side. Pause a minute there, reach the fingertips away, bend that left elbow, bring it back, slide it again, 2, and open, and bend. Come on back, we'll do 4 on each side, and come on back. Bend that elbow, here's our third one. Reaching, lengthening. Last one, 4. Could be 5, but that's okay. You can never do enough of these. I love this exercise, reaching my fingertips away from me and then bringing that left arm back, stacking. Now I'm going to press myself up and switch to the left side body, stacking, bending the knees, stack the knees on top, stack the hips. Arms are stacked. You can put a block or a little ball underneath the head if you want, or if it feels all right to just leave your head down, go right ahead. Reach that right arm nice and long. And now bend and open up. Oof. Bend the elbow back. Bring that right arm back, reach beyond. And now just open up. The arm just glazes across the chest. It opens up to the right side, reaching the fingertips away from each other, lengthening the neck. Bend that right elbow, draw the palm across the arm all the way. And now slide that arm back, cross the arm, across the chest, opening up right side. Pause a moment there, feeling that beautiful stretch. I could kind of stay here for a minute. And now I'm going to bend that right elbow, draw it along the chest, and then the left arm, reach one and draw back. My upper back really wanted this morning. I'm going to get back to the hip openers, back to some yoga. And now bend that elbow, draw it across the chest, the arm, and pause a moment there. And now let's come back up, and we're going to come to a malasana, and we're going to do some knee drops, and then we'll do a forward fold. So malasana is where this could be challenging for some people to get their heels all the way down. And you can put your hands and clasp the fingertips together. And what we do is we drop the right knee down and then come on back up, and then drop the left knee down and come on back up. And then we'll do the forward fold. So the hands come down, drop the head, lift the hips up, straighten the legs, pause in the forward fold. And now squat on down. Pause a moment, clasp the fingertips together, draw the right knee down to the mat, open the right knee, and now draw the left knee down. Open, sit in malasana, and now hands down to the mat, forward fold. We'll do 4 of these. This is our second set. Pausing in the forward fold, finding the stretch, and now squat on down. Find your malasana, just hang out here a minute. And now the right knee comes down. Come on up. Left knee comes down. Come on up. Hands down to the mat and forward fold. Drop the head. Don't hold anything in the head. Squat on down. This is our last set. Clasp the fingertips together. The right knee comes down. And then open it up. Left knee comes down. Open up. I'm going to use my elbows to open up my thighs a little bit more. And then my last forward fold. Drop the head. Lift the hips up. Woo. Turn the feet forward. Beautiful. I'm going to walk so that I'm lengthwise on my yoga mat and walk the hands out into a nice little downward dog. Hang out in your downward dog. Breathe into it. Come up onto those toes. Drop the head. Open up the shoulders. Shift the hips back as you put those heels down to the mat. Maybe you have to adjust your fingertips on the mat. Shifting the hips back so that you're not on those wrists. The weight is shifted back. Breathe into it. Roll the shoulders out. Roll the shoulders out. All right. Looking forward in between the hands, you're going to step with the right foot. The right foot is going to come to the outside edge of your mat. The outside edge of your mat. Okay? You're going to drop that left knee down and put the left hand down to the mat. Left forearm, uncurl the toes, and then find this beautiful stretch with your right arm to the ceiling. Maybe it comes to the right knee a little bit. Just doing this beautiful opening downward facing dog to your lizard lunge with a twist. And now reach back up, and you're going to bring that right leg back to the left to the downward dog. And now look in between the hands. Left leg comes, bend that left knee, left foot to the outside, right knee comes down to the mat, right forearm, and then stretch up to your left. Finding your beautiful, lovely little lizard stretch. Ooh, you should feel that on the inside of the left thigh and your psoas on the right side. Come back, hands on the mat, curl right toes under, bring that left foot back. Come on down on your knees, slide back into child's pose. Reach the arms away, roll the shoulders out. I kind of want to do another lizard stretch, so we're going to come back into a downward dog, curl the toes, lift up into downward dog, pause there a moment, roll the shoulders out. Drop the head in between those knees, look in between those knees. All right, I'm going to look at my hands and I'm going to step forward with that right foot to the outer edge of my mat, bending the right knee, bringing the left knee down, left forearm, and then finding that beautiful rotation, right arm up, reaching. I can feel I've gone a little bit further, a little bit more progress, breathing into it. And now I'm going to come back down, kick that right leg back to the left, pause a moment. And now left leg comes forward, right knee down, right forearm down, and twist to the left. Beautiful. That feels so good. Second set always feels really good. First set is kind of wonky. And now release, back to the mat, back to all fours for a moment. Slide into your child's pose if that feels good. Spreading those fingertips nice and wide, really finding the palm and each digit on the mat. I like to rock a little side to side in my child's pose. My knees are together. I'm just finding this pose very relaxing. It's great for digestion. All right, let's come on back up. Back into downward dog. We're going to do nice little pigeon. More hip opening. So I'm going to draw that right knee in to my chest. Find a little abdominal work here. And now right knee to right wrist. Extend that left leg. You can stay right here, or you can come down to your forearms and then maybe make a little stack with your fist, put your forehead on that, or maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the mat. Pausing in your pigeon on the right side. You can feel it in the, I feel it in my glutes, my hamstrings. I rock a little side to side. And now draw myself back up, both hands on the mat, curl the left toes under, kick the right leg back, downward dog. Woo. Beautiful. Yep. Left knee comes in. And now it goes over to the left wrist. Extend the right leg nice and long. Pause here if you want to. Find that stretch. Find where it feels good. And now I'm going to bring my forearms down and then my forehead down. Pausing on the left side, left pigeon, left hip. Breathing into that hip, breathing into the hip, really letting it go. Letting everything go. Drawing yourself back up. Curl the right toes under. Kick that left leg back. Find your downward dog. Beautiful. Loving the downward dog. My legs feel so much longer now. Rolling my shoulders out. Feeling really good here. Let's do a little dolphin. Haven't done that in a while. So you come down with the knees, put the hands on the forearms on the mat. You can have your arms straight. You can clasp them together, the palms, or they could be just kind of like a little bit of a triangle. Or some people have their side of their hand on the mat. All right. So I think I'm going to be in prayer position, and I'm going to curl my toes under, and I'm going to lift the knees off the mat. It's dolphin shoulder stand. Try to walk the feet in as close as you can. No collapsing in the shoulders. Push the forearms into the mat. And you're kind of like have your head just straight down. And you're trying to push those heels into the mat. Hard for me. And I'm just really being strong in the shoulders. Really back of the legs nice and long. Really reaching my hips up. Pushing the shoulders away from each other, but being strong on those forearms. And then slowly bend the knees, come on down, and slide into that child's pose. Arms extend nice and long out in front of you. Finding the length. Tucking the belly in. Walk the hands a little bit outside to a V. Maybe half your hand is on the mat and half is off. Roll those shoulders out. Breathing into that, breathing into it. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to slowly kind of roll up one vertebra at a time into my kneeling position. We're going to come onto our backs, and we're going to do a nice little happy baby here with extension, leg extensions. All right. So we're going to come onto our back. I'm going to do like a little nice gentle roll down. So I'm just going to roll on down one vertebra at a time and then draw my knees up. And I'm just going to grab the inside of my feet with my hands. You can also take your 2 forefingers and grab the toes. Either or is just fine. And then try to extend the right leg, bending the left knee in. Your ribs are connected to the mat. Tailbone is connected to the mat. And then switch. Bend that right knee in as much as possible. Left leg extends nice and long. Beautiful, happy baby with legs extended. Maybe you do both legs extended. Breathing into it. Breathing into it, opening the legs wide if that is available to you with legs extended, or you can bend the knees. find your limit, like go beyond what you think you can do to just see where you are in your body. I'm opening my legs. I'm actually letting my arms kind of hang and just finding this deep V. And now I'm going to bend my left knee in and bend the right knee in and really find a nice bend of the knees again, opening up as wide as I can. It's like we're in Bakasana, only we're laying on the mat. And then extend the legs. I like to rock a little side to side. If that feels good, go right ahead and do that. And then release, bring the legs together at the ceiling, point the toes, flex the feet, point those toes, flex the feet. We want to make sure we have this beautiful extension and flexion in our ankles. That's what helps us to be stable and strong as we walk on the earth. We can be strong in our steps as we age. Beautiful. And now bend the knees and tuck yourself in. Hands on the shin. Find a little momentum. Roll yourself up. Beautiful. All right. We have another 25 minutes. So I'm thinking we should do some fun little Pilates. And then we'll end with some yoga stretches, okay? So we're going to start with just some nice extension, arm extension, leg extension. Come onto your hands and knees. Opposite arm, opposite leg. We all know this exercise, or maybe if you're new, you're coming to class for the first time, you're just going to extend the right leg out and then lift the left arm, and you're going to tap the arm and leg down and reach it back up. All right, we'll do 8. Tap down 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, and then come on down. Opposite side. I'm just going to sway my hips to the left and right a moment. And then we're going to extend that left leg out, right arm up, and tap down, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come on down. All right, next exercise is we're just going to lift the right leg up first. We're going to keep it bent, and we're going to kind of kick that right heel to the ceiling. And we bring it down. Don't tap it down. I mean, just let it be right next to the leg, and then bring it back up and then down. 2, and down. 3, and down. 4, and down. 5, and down. 6, and down. 7, and down. 8, and down. Come on with that right knee. I'm going to do a little cat. And slowly come back to that cow. And then back to neutral spine. Lifting up the left knee. Flex the left foot and kick it up 1 and draw down. 2 and draw down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 8, Beautiful. Shake it out a little bit, maybe do some hip circles. And the next exercise we're going to do is just hydrant. All right, so you've got your nice neutral spine, and you're going to lift that right knee off the ground, and it's going to go out to the side and bring it back. Out to the side, 2, and bring it back. 3, and bring it back. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Knee comes down, left side. Open up 1, 2, 3, nice and slow. 4, slow on the way up and slow on the way down. 6, 7, 8. Very nice. All right. All right, here we go. We are going to do some, it's kind of combination of the yoga and Pilates together, which is you go into your plank pose and then you go up into downward dog. So we're going to kind of do 8 of those. All right. So if you have issues with your wrists, you can go on the blocks if you want to. So if you have blocks, I don't have any blocks with me down here, but it's a way to kind of not have so much compression on the wrists. All right, so we're going to come down to all fours, curl the toes under. You're going to be in your nice little downward dog. Feet are hip width apart, maybe even a little wider. And I'm just going to come down to my plank pose and then reach back up. All right, that was 1. Down to the plank pose and reach back up. Use the abdominals. Down to the plank and reach back up. And here's 4. And back up. And 5. And back up. And 6. And back up. Notice I'm going nice and slow and controlled. And back up. And last one, here's 8. And back up. Beautiful. Come down to your knees, slide into your nice little child's pose. And then when you're done with that, you're going to come back onto your butt and we're going to do some nice little leg extensions. So we're going to be coming down onto our forearms, bend the knees in, and we're just going to kick the legs out and then bend them back in. Kick out 2 and bend back in. And 3 and bend in. 4 and bend in. 5 and bend in. 6 and bend in. 7 and bend in. 8 and bend in. And now just kind of roll up and we'll see what the next exercise is. And they're kind of a bear pose, which will be kind of fun. So come back onto the knees and hands, and we're going to come up into a nice little downward dog. And what's going to happen is you're going to bend the knees and you're going to walk in maybe 4 steps and then walk back out 4 steps. Downward dog. All right, here's 1. Bend in, squat, squat back out, straighten to downward dog. Here's 2, bend in, try to take 2 steps on each foot, and then straighten up. Here's 3, and straighten up. 4. Straighten up. 5. 6. And straighten those legs. We have 2 more. My quads are burning. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And straighten up. Last one, bending. Straighten up. And then come on down. Knees onto the mat. Woo. And we're going to come back onto our butt. I want to do some roll-ups. After that quad work, I'm going to kind of shake it out a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of roll on down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Back onto the mat, nice and long. Feeling the back side of your body. All right, so we're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling, palms face each other. Your legs are going to be together down at the end where the feet, the heels, the ankles, the toes are touching. You're going to inhale, reach the arms away. Exhale, flex the feet and use the chin to the chest to sit up nice and tall. And then roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhaling arms. Exhale, draw yourself up. Roll, roll, roll. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, rolling down. Exhaling, rolling down. Inhale, arms above. Exhale, roll up. And now rolling on down. Inhale. Exhale. That's 4. We're doing 8. 4 more. Your breath really helps in this. Exhaling as you come up. And here we go, rolling on down. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, arms above. Exhaling. Last one. Roll on down. Beautiful. Arms above. And exhale. Sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. All right. I'd like to do a nice little seated twist. A couple more yoga poses, and then we'll do Shavasana, and then we'll be done. All right. So let's come to where we're going to be into our downward dog. Hands on the mat, feet come back into your beautiful downward dog. Pausing here, lifting up those kneecaps, spreading the fingertips nice and wide, finding your dog on the mat, roll the shoulders out, lifting up those kneecaps. Let's do a couple little transitions before we get into the seated twist. So I'm just going to reach that right leg up and behind me, nice and long. Maybe I'll stack the hip, bend the knee, and look over my left shoulder, under my left armpit, and see if I can find my right foot. Breathing into that, being strong, extend, lengthen that right leg, bring the hip back down, and then bring that right foot down. Lifting the left leg nice and long, stack the hip, bend the knee, look underneath that right armpit, and find that foot with your eyes. Breathing into it, feeling that beautiful stretch. I'm reaching, lengthening, breathing. Straighten that left leg, unstack the hips, bring the left leg down. Walk the hands and feet together
And here, find your beautiful forward fold. All right, we're gonna lift the right leg off the mat. Toes point down to the mat. Toes point down to the mat, the foot is flexed. Right leg is nice and long behind you. You're gonna bend the knee and slowly bend the left knee, and now gently put that right foot onto the mat. The shin comes onto the mat, the knee, sit back onto your bum. Take the left leg around the right if that's available to you. Sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to take my left hand, put it behind my back. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling, and I'm slowly going to twist over to my left, finding the twist, breathing into it, really making this left arm behind me like an easel, and the right is helping me twist my whole thoracic, and I'm looking over that left shoulder, and then I'm gently just going to look to the right. Gently twist to the left. And now slowly leave the legs, and you're just going to twist the arms. Right arm behind you, left arm in front of the leg. Twist looking over at that right shoulder. And then you can look to the left and look to the right. Beautiful. And then we're just going to, hands behind the back, unwrap those legs and put them right underneath you as if you're going to go into your Bakasana again, but come down with the hands back to your forward fold. Turn the feet in. We're going to do this pose, twisted seated twist on the left side. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up that left leg, toes pointed down. Hold it there a second. There is the where you stack, but I don't think I can do that anymore right now with my left hip. It's okay. And now I'm going to bend the left knee, bend the right knee, place left foot on the mat, then the shin. And we're going to come to seated and wrap that right leg on the outside of the left if it's available to you. Try to sit up nice and tall. This is a moment that I love where I'm trying to get both sits bones down to the mat, but I'm also trying to get my spine nice and long. Healthy spine is all the talk in longevity these days. You know, when you're starting to hunch over like that, you lose your strength in your abdominals, your whole pectoral, your thoracic, so you want to try to sit up as tall as you can wherever you are, shoulders back, right arm goes behind the back, left arm reaches up, and we find this gentle twist to the right. Again, looking over that right shoulder. I see my shoulder curling in, so I'm going to open it up a little bit more. Fingertips on the mat. Breathing, and then I'm gently just going to untwist my head to the left. Pause a moment there, and then twist to the right. And then I'm going to release the arms, leave the legs where they are, right hand, left arm, sitting up nice and tall, looking over that left shoulder, shoulders down and wide, and then to the right, and then to the left. Beautiful. And now I'm going to unwind my legs, and I'm going to shoot them straight out in front of me. I'm going to bring my arms up, and I'm gently just going to fold forward, pausing a moment here in my forward fold, breathing into it.
Beautiful. And again, bend those knees, make them nice and wide. We're trying to work on our hip openers, and we're going to come back into that Bakasana. And now I want to lift the hips up. I'm going to step back with the right foot and step forward with the right foot, left foot, right foot forward, left foot. And then I'm going to come from the bottom of the mat into a triangle. I almost wasn't going to do a triangle this morning, but I think it's good that we do a nice little triangle. Really lengthen those legs, be strong in the legs. Really lengthen that. Maybe you look up at your fingertips, maybe you look down at your body, maybe forward, breathing into it. I'm going to bend my left arm, put the hand of my back, my left hand in the small of my back, and try to open up that left shoulder a little bit. Notice my right knee is slightly bent a little bit so I don't hyperextend there. Just breathe into it. And now I'm slowly going to come on up, and I'm going to bring my legs forward, my feet forward. And let's just kind of open up the arms, and we're going to kind of come forward down where we're going to have our hands on the mat, half on the mat, half off the mat, palms nice and wide. You can have your toes turned in and your heels turned out if that feels good to you. You have a nice flat back, and I'm going to take my right palm and center it in my body here, and then I'm going to raise this left arm up to the ceiling with a beautiful twist, just to kind of solidify our seated twist. Kind of propeller arms here, lengthening them, strong. Lift those kneecaps up a little bit. And now draw that left arm nice and long down to the mat. Switch it. Left hand goes into the center. And now right arm reaches up. Breathe into that. Reach. Strong legs. Strong legs. Breathing, lengthening, finding that beautiful twist. Whew. Yes, getting the cobwebs out. And now I'm going to bring that right arm down. And can I open up the feet a little bit more and put my forearms down to that mat? Dropping the head, letting everything go. Inversion. This is always so yummy with the head down. It just slows everything down in your body. Inversions. Sometimes it's hard for people to do upside down with their head. So to do opposite, you could just put your legs up the wall, which is a beautiful ending to our class today, which maybe we will do that. And now I'm going to release. I'm going to bring my hands back up, and then I'm going to kind of hop or turn heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. And let's see, did I do the left side triangle? I don't think so. So let's go yeah, we didn't do left side. So open up those legs. I'm still down on the mat with my head and my upper torso. If you want to come up to standing and then come down to your triangle, that's totally fine. My legs are nice and wide. The right foot is turned out. Left foot points forward. And now I'm just from here, I'm going to find my triangle where it feels good to me, where I want my left hand, maybe on the knee, up here. Breathing into it, looking up at that right arm, looking forward, or looking down at the body, and really breathing into those legs, finding your triangle. Arms are nice and long. Sometimes people hold themselves in their triangle. It's a lot of oblique work. Beautiful. I'm reaching, 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 lengthening, lengthening.
And now I'm going to rotate that right arm down to the mat. Turn the right foot, left knee is bent, beautiful runner stretch. Bring the left leg back to the right leg. Whew. Hang out in your downward dog. And let's come down to our knees. And let's come down to our backside. We have a couple minutes left and we're going to be in Shavasana. And I think you guys can see me and I will do it. Legs up the wall, legs up the cabinet. I'm just going to turn my mat here. And this is just super fun and lovely. You can go crazy and get super tight and put a blanket or pillow underneath your tailbone, or you can just be super relaxed and have the legs up. You can have them apart on the wall, but I am at a cabinet, so I'm just going to cross them over each other so that they're nice and relaxed. Palms face up to the ceiling. Find yourself breathing gently. Nice class today. Thank you so much for coming in and viewing and going through Yoga Pilates with me. Breathing into it. Gentle legs up the wall. This is a good one before you retire in the evening, before you go to bed. You could just put your feet up onto your legs onto the bed, or maybe you have a footstool or something. I find it super helpful if I've done a lot of walking, like when you're on vacation and you do a ton of walking. At the end of the day, before you go to bed, you just do this for 5 minutes, 7 minutes. You'll find you're like I'm already feeling like, I don't want to say numbness, but like it definitely, like all the energy that was rushing down to my feet is now coming the opposite way and just allowing. It's also good for lower back. And it's an easy thing to do because you don't need any equipment. You can do this on your bed. Taking those deep breaths into the count of 10 and exhaling slowly on the count of 10. Last breath in. Last breath out. I'm slowly going to wiggle my fingertips. Reach my arms above my head. Gently start to bend those knees. Roll to your right side. Pause a moment in the fetal position. The knees and elbows are bent. And then slowly push yourself up to a seated position.
going to come closer to the camera. So wherever your legs were in the beginning, do the opposite way. And hands in prayer. Thank you so much for joining me today in the 50/50 Yoga and Pilates class.